Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And if you are visiting me for the first time, please do subscribe. Well, today's video is regarding a question I've been getting ever since Miss India announced their audition this year. And the question is, how much money do I need to participate in Miss India? Well, the first answer to that is that this time it's mostly virtual. So I'm sure a lot of expenditures would be lesser, but nevertheless, there would be some expenditure. So to start with, most of the pageants have a registration fee. But let me tell you, Miss India does not charge any registration fee once you submit the form, either for Miss India or for Miss Diva. And if somebody is asking for it, then there is something hanky-panky. It is not Miss India. So Miss India organization never charges you for the registration. It's completely free. So then where are the expenditures? So if I give you a broad category of where all the expenditures would happen, I would just list it out that it could happen for your portfolio shoot. It could happen at the grooming school if you want to join that. It could help. It could be for the shoot of Beauty with a Purpose, for the shoot of the Cox and Kings video, for your wardrobe, for your footwear, for your accessories, and your makeup, and maybe your dental and your skin care, your hair care, and finally the traveling expenses. So these are the broad category where the expenses would happen. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And if you are visiting me for the first time, please do subscribe. Well, today's video is regarding a question I've been getting ever since Miss India announced their audition this year. And the question is, how much money do I need to participate in Miss India? Well, the first answer to that is that this time it's mostly virtual. So I'm sure a lot of expenditures would be lesser, but nevertheless, there would be some expenditure. So to start with, most of the pageants have a registration fee. But let me tell you, Miss India does not charge any registration fee once you submit the form, either for Miss India or for Miss Diva. And if somebody is asking for it, then there is something hanky-panky. It is not Miss India. So Miss India organization never charges you for the registration. It's completely free. Expenditures come after that. And again, Miss India organization always tells you that don't go out of your way to spend money. Even when you will receive your audition letter, you would see a PS written down there that don't go out of your way to spend so much of money. You can always borrow it from a friend, or you can always ask someone to help you rather than going and buying. Unless it's an emergency, go and buy, but otherwise do as less expenditure as possible. This is what they want. So what a lot of girls do is to cut down on their expenditure. They either borrow clothes from their friends, but remember, it should fit you. It should be ill-fitting. So maybe if it fits you perfectly, you can borrow it from a friend. Secondly, you can even approach some designers who will be very happy to help you, because everybody wants to grow. So when you will borrow their clothes, maybe you can do a photo shoot for them. Maybe you tag them on social media so that people are aware of them. So a lot of designers in barter would give you their designs to wear. Or if you have previous pageant winners and they are your friends, and if because there are certain things they may not be using, maybe you can approach them and ask them, is there anything they can spare and give you for the pageant. So there are a lot of ways you can find ways to cut down on your expenditure. So where exactly would the expenditure be? The expenditures actually will be on your wardrobe, on your grooming, on your makeup, on your heels, on your accessories, on the beauty with a purpose video, on Cox and Kings video. So some of those expenses are out there, which I will just explain it to you. Also, it depends on what level of pageant you are at audition, or whether you are at the zonals, or whether you are at the finals, because each step would require different things, and you may require to plan your budgeting accordingly. So first and foremost, a lot of people say that when you fill up the form, you have to submit 3 pictures, and do I need to have a portfolio? Now, I will give you both sides of it. First and foremost, because the sponsors who are there for Miss India and everything, in case they are stepping in, they will look for a very photogenic face, somebody who's very smart, and somebody who's very out there and who carries herself beautifully. So if in that case, portfolios help a lot, because when they see that, instantly you get their attention, and that could help you in your journey. But on the other side, portfolios are very expensive. If you're looking for very good photographers in your town, they cost quite a bit. Again, it depends whether you're wanting that shoot to be indoors, whether you want it to be outdoors, whether you want them to provide you with a makeup artist, whether you want them to provide you with a stylist. So all these things get added on to that portfolio expenditure. So first thing, just check out with the photographers who you really admire, and if you want to get shot by them, just check out with them how much they charge, and how many pictures would they give you in return, and what does a package have, a makeup artist or stylist, and all that, the accessories and all that. Just check out whether it is available or not, and if you think it's beyond you, then maybe you can ask some friend, a freelancer or a friend. And I have also seen girls from small town go to these small studios in their city, and they try to make the best of those 3 pictures, whatever they can, because again, these pictures completely depend on your own budgeting, and if there's nothing you can do about it, then might as well click your own pictures. You may have to make many attempts till you get a perfect picture, but continue to try, and maybe out of 20, one good picture will come out, and you will be happy. So but see to it that those pictures are clear, they are very focused, and they show your best features. It shouldn't be hazy, it shouldn't hide half your body. So a full length and a half length and a close-up. As I said, the expenditure is all on your budget. A good portfolio maker or a photographer will charge not less than 40 is minimum, can go up to any amount if you want a portfolio done. Otherwise, maybe a freelancer would maybe do it for you at a lesser cost. You might have to negotiate, but there are freelancers who can do it at a very minimal cost for you. So that is one expenditure which a lot of people can avoid or can budget, or it's completely up to you. Again, it's not necessary to have a portfolio, but if you have it, it will be good. The second main expenditure could happen on your grooming. Most of the girls have no idea what a pageant is, how an audition is conducted, what are zonals, what are finals, what actually happens, what are the different rounds, what is talent round, how do you give your introduction, how do you go for a pageant interview, your paperwork. A lot of things are involved out there. And though there is a lot of information available on YouTube, you can always go and check out from them, but you always stand out if you had some kind of a training, because it gives you confidence, and the way you present yourself to the others is entirely different when you have some backing and some knowledge and some idea. And there are a whole lot of pageant schools all over India. A couple of them are very old ones, couple of them are just mushrooming now. And if you ask me, I also run my own pageant school. The name is Riga House, and we are situated in Gurgaon. A lot of people ask, what do we teach? Well, complete A to Z of pageantry, from your confidence building to your personality development to your cracking the questions to your ramp walk. The only thing which I don't do is I don't do portfolios, but I teach you how to pose. I teach you how to make it easy for a photographer or for your own self to be shot on the camera. I don't do portfolios. There are certain reasons that I didn't include it, and I don't want to include it. Rest everything I teach, whatever you want to. And again, there is a basic course for people who just want to just brush themselves up, and there is an advanced course for people who want to learn right from A to Z. Local girls, it turns out to be, for local girls it turns out to be much cheaper, because then they cut out on their traveling and their stay and their food and all that stuff. But girls who come from outside, sometimes, why sometimes, if you don't have a relative to stay, maybe you might have to hire a hotel or a PG and stay back to learn. So my maximum amount you can spend on my course is 45,000, starting from 25 to 45,000, and the courses are from 1 week to about 2 weeks, 12 days or so. But the overall expensive of your travel and your food and all that stuff, you will have to look into that in case you want to come to me. For that matter, you go to any grooming school which is not in your city, your travel, your stay, your food, your transport, everything will be accounted for. So it's all up to you which pageant school you want to go to, where you want to get trained. And it is not necessary to get trained, that can also be avoided. You can always learn from YouTube videos, or maybe a friend who's already been into pageants can guide you and help you out. So this again completely depends from situation to situation. So that's the second thing, expenses you will see. The third would be on your maintenance, that is your gym, your diet. Now it's important to go to gym and be completely fit. Your body has to be well toned and well maintained, so you need to spend on your gym training and on your diet and on your complete fitness. So again, it's up to you. You want to join a gym, do that. You want to do it on your own with yoga, with all the other fitness stuff, you can do it. But the only thing is that you have to be in a good shape. And sometimes going to a gym helps, because a trainer would know exactly the target area from where you need to lose weight. So sometimes maybe at the last leg before you go for audition would be a good time to go for gym. And again, depends from gym to gym and from trainer to trainer. The cost may vary. For 6 months it could be about 20,000. It completely depends on you. So if you need to go to gym, that is one expense you will have to look to. So I've just told you about your portfolio, about your training. I've told you about your gym expenses. Then another major expense can also happen, because, and this will only happen after zonals. If you clear the zonal and if you become a state winner, that's when you might have to, not might, you have to make a Beauty with a Purpose video and a Cocks and Kings video, where you will be talking about your state. You will be talking about the tourism and the good things about your state, because you are the state winner, so that becomes your responsibility. And for that, you need wardrobe, you need a stylist, you need somebody to click those videos professionally for you. So again, maybe you can hire a photographer or a freelancer and if you want to do it on your own, you would still have to do some editing expenditures. So all up to you, but this is again one major expenditure, which maybe from 10 to 20,000 it'll be. Then the next thing, the major expenditure will happen on your wardrobe. Again, depends on the level of your pageant, whether you're going for audition, whether you're going for zonal, whether you're going for finale. So if you're going for audition, then you need to just spend on a ganji and shorts and maybe a black cocktail dress, a short black dress. Yes, of course, your pageant shoes, on your makeup, on your hair, on your nails. So this is one expense which would happen at the audition level, which again can be avoided. You can beg, borrow stuff from your friends, and if you know makeup, you can do your own makeup and you can do your own hair. So that still can be taken care of. But the expenses would start when you go for the zonal round, because again you will be staying there for 3-4 days, and there'll be different occasions where you might need to keep changing your dress. um, yeah, again, then also there'll be some sub contest rounds like the style diva, and so talent round. So you, for the talent costume, you might have to do some expenditure. Then those 3-4 days you might need some casual wears, you might need some dresses, you might need some gowns, and of course you would need heels. So of course a nude and a black and maybe a matted gold and a matted silver are something which really go well for you. So yeah, so again, as I said, that is an expenditure which will happen at the zonal round, what you need to, because in zonal you'll also need a sportswear, you might need sports shoes. I will just come to that in a little while. So again, buying all this depends on your budget. Also, if you are not very brand conscious, and if you can buy good stuff at a nominal cost, you can get it from the market. So don't be so fussy that you have to only buy brands and stuff, then the cost will definitely go up. So try to see where you can cut your budget, because in zonal there is this expenditure which you would need. To go a little deeper into the zonal, you may need your main expenditure would be on some cocktail dresses, on your some active wear, some skirts and dresses and shoes, and all that stuff. So I'll come to more wardrobe in a little while. But when you go for your finale, there you would be staying there for 30-40 days. But I don't know how it will be this time in the COVID times, because things are going to be very different now, because I don't know whether those 30-40 days will happen or not, but something or the other will definitely happen, because there are sponsors, you'll have to have some shoots, you'll have to have some grooming training. So I don't know how it will happen, only the time will reveal what Miss India organization has in their mind. That will slowly be revealed after the auditions are over. But I'm just talking normally, when girls go for those 30-40 days, then sometimes they carry 4-5 trolleys with them, full of clothes, because you need clothes for everything. So you might need a couple of skirts, tops, about 15-20 tops you would need, capris and denims, but you can keep recycling your clothes, mixing and matching, and if you understand styling well, you would be able to pull it through. Then as I said, if you don't go for brands, you can still manage it. So you would need 15-20 cocktail dresses, a bodycon, a skater dress, a floral dress, a printed dress, a geometrical design dress for different occasions. And as I said, you can borrow or you can ask a designer to help you out. And you would need 3 to 5 evening gowns, which most of the time when you go for Miss India, when the shoots and all happen, there are designers and there are sponsors who will give you gowns for the shoots. Sometimes you don't even use your gowns, but it's still better to be well prepared, because maybe sometime you might require it for some occasion you never thought of, it suddenly come up. And of course you need nightwear for that those days, 30-40 days, and a very decent looking bathroom slippers you need, gym wear, active wear, and sports shoes you need accessories, that's again a major thing, and inner wear, because you may need some backless, some shoulderless, some t-shirt bras, and so a lot of seamless stuff. You might have to invest on that. And again, as I said, footwear is very important because you would be in them throughout the day, and especially the heels. You can, when you buy your heels, the only place where I would suggest that you need to buy from a very very good source or a brand are your high heels, because you have to wear it for the whole day. And then comes the accessories, in which you need clutches, you need earrings, you need necklace, you need watch, you need a hat, you need goggles, you would need belt. So all these are the accessories. Now again, it depends on your budgeting. What I would suggest is that mostly girls, what they do for those 30-40 days, they have a look in their mind, that this is how, this is my earring, this is my this is my that, and this is my shoe, and this is my socks. And so what they do, they pack the whole look together. So most of the girls, when they go from me and they learn packing for pageants, they make different packets per day. So then they don't have to bother, where is my shoe and where is my this. So the packet is already made. You just open it, wear it, pack it back in the same cloth, and it goes away. Then the next day a new packet comes out. So this is how you have to pack, and you have to go on. You also might have to spend some money on your makeup, because though at Miss India you will have the best of makeup artists who will do makeup for you, but there would be occasions when you might have to do your own makeup. So you need to learn makeup, and you need to invest not only in makeup but also the brushes and the blenders and all that stuff. Another expenditure could be on your dental, because to have a good smile you might want to whiten your teeth, you might want to get your teeth even. So that's another expense you might have to look for. Then your skin care, your manicure, your pedicure, your nail art, or your nails, artificial nails. So these are the essentials which I'm talking about. And yes, going and coming back to the pageant is your expense. Staying and everything is their expense. So you might have to spend some money, depending whether you want to travel by train, by any which way you want to travel. Again, your budget depends on that. Then the transport to and fro to the venue and back, that has to be kept in mind. So keep some miscellaneous kind of expenditure also in your mind, which might be required for maybe eating out somewhere, or maybe going shopping somewhere. You see something new, and you might want to do that, or something they ask you and all of a sudden you need that. So these are some of the major expenses. And if you actually look at it, I think it will go from 1.5 to 2 lakhs. And if you can get designers to help you out, friends to help you out, you can one by one cut it quite a bit, and then see where it stands to. I have seen girls bring the whole thing down even to 50, including everything. So they negotiate, they ask friends, and they start right now itself. The moment they clear the auditions, they get to it, and by the time finale happens, they are all ready with it. So this was just a basic idea to let you know that yes, there would be some expenditures. Now it's all up to you how far you want to go or how less you want to go. And in this time, the best thing would be to seek help from whoever you can. And I tell you, there are a whole lot of people who will be very very willing to lend you stuff, because when you grow, they grow with it. But remember that if you borrow anything from someone, it's your duty to pay them the dues. If you have promised them that you will do a shoot for them, do that. If you promise them, you will tag them on social media, you will put their stuff, you will recommend them, you will send their links to people. Please do that in exchange. And yeah, and again, depending from grooming school to grooming school, I don't know what others do, but in my case, in my grooming school, Riga House, if there are very special cases, and I see the potential in the child, I do give free sessions on my Vidyadan project, which is my way of doing my own CSR kind of an activity, that I give back to society in my own way. So if a child is extremely deserving, I too go out of my way to give you free pageant training. So just to let you know that. And yeah, so if you have any other question, because if I tell you bit by bit the whole video will become too long. So if you have any specific questions, you can always write and ask me, and I'll try my best to answer that. So till I meet you again, sayonara. So I think this would answer most of your questions. Though I have seen when people talk about pageant schools, only couple of pageant schools are really highlighted, but that doesn't mean that the other pageant schools are not doing a good job. They are, and some of the schools have been there for a very long time, including mine. So do check out the credentials of the school you're applying to, who are the winners of that school. So do check that out, and you would find many in your own city who are doing a wonderful job training the girls.